Impa, thank you. The last time I spoke, I didn't mention the VDM guy because everything I know about VDM was forced on me. The guy does 8, 9, 10, 12 minutes video. I don't have that time. The day I knew he was a fraud was the day there was a planned protest in Abuja. And then he was, I know follow now, make we go stadium. That was the first day I heard that you can go into the stadium to go and protest. They ended up having a APC party, and I think, and they called a host of guys to come and entertain them. So I see he is planted to be a distraction. Another day was a day, the day I know he has this day in Fondibo, which is what Nigeria encourages. Nigeria encourage you. Patriotism in Nigeria is to bring down an Igbo person from the onset. I didn't put it there. Go and read Chino Achebe's book. He was making a video about Obi Kubana, and he was condescending on Obi Kubana, someone who has achieved much in business, and then he switched on to Hausa. I looked at him, I laughed, I said, see this small boy. You want to pit him. You don't, why didn't you speak Edo? Your language. You started speaking Hausa. That's why I said, this guy, you are up to something. Then I saw him for the fraud that he is. For the people saying he came to Anambra because they killed the fish guy, the same week, couple of days apart, that fish guy was killed. 200 people were massacred in Benue. You ask yourself, is the fish magnet guy more important than the 200 Benue lives? If you are truly interested in insecurity, and not to come and show that IPOB are killing people, because that was the whole idea that they came to do. We see what they see. What we see sitting, they cannot see if they go and stand at the highest mountain. I say something again. The same day he came to Anambra, a couple of days before, maybe the following day, to go and check that date. 200 people were massacred in Benue State. Why didn't he go there? But he came to chase clout because they sent him to come and say Southeast is unsafe. People who sent him might have been from Kwara, for all we know. But there was that video, and I blame our people. Most of them are also these content creators who went on saying he's going to spoil business for Igbo person. What's the meaning of that? VDM's posture is that Igbo people are cheating the rest of Nigeria. I will be your savior. I'll go and import. That is the whole thing. If you don't see it like that, you are a Nigerian, you are lying to yourself. That is why people are angry. The way Igbo people do business is we check for the easiest route. If VDM is going to beat custom, beat Agbero people, and bring it cheaper, I promise you, people will buy it before it lands Nigeria. Who wants to go and suffer and go to China and entertain Oluomo and his boys? If he thinks it's not Igbo, bring it cheaper. Dangote is Dangote today because of Igbo people. Yes, the government makes policy to monopolize it and make it easy for Dangote. He still needs Igbo people to sell that his cement all over. Yes, we are the tribe who are more scattered in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria, in Africa. Yes, it's not a bragging. See, move away from Nigeria, you find Igbo people scattered, doing business, doing well. So if you bring in 100 container as your own VDM, chances is that 90% of people who will take it from you and still distribute it will be Igbo people.
Sorry,
So
Akokaria, you say he should bring it cheaper. You are saying it's like it's a fight. So if he brings it cheaper, are you saying he can't bring it cheaper or not?
When you were
No, I'm
talking,
just trying to ask you.
I'm coming.
Sorry for
I made
interrupting
a
you.
salient point. I said his posture is of the anger is Igbo people are cheating people. I will bring it cheaper.
I don't know who is perceiving that and
No, that is
narrative.
what it is. Listen, go and watch his video now.
Like I told
Are
you,
we
I'm
children?
not interested in
Am I a
his
Nigerian like
videos
you?
and
Wait,
all
let
of
me
that.
say what
I'm
I'm
just
saying. Listen,
okay.
I am clear-headed. I am telling you, VDM, you go and bring your thing quietly and come and sell it. People will start saying, he was putting the horse in front of the cart. I mean, the cart in front of the horse, sorry. He was exchanging the position. Bring your stuff. Let the people testify. Let us give testimony that, hey, do you know VDM have a warehouse somewhere? Everything is cheap there. But you started with a video because you live on cloud chasing. That is what you thrive on. It should have been easy to go and bring that in. After you bring it, you now come and say, I don't try for now. And I see say, this thing what I bring, price don't reduce. Nobody will think anything. But started making video. This is like this is like that. So I'm talking about it because see, this person is not someone to talk about because see, he's a government stooge. Why hasn't he called for INEC reform if he's serious? If he's not working with the show and Adeyan Jews of this world? They are permitted to say certain things. They will be arrested and released, not you. The other time I saw him, they say he entered IG office in Lagos or somewhere. All those kind of things. He have that leverage. So some of us don't have it. And that is part of the problem. So that one case closed his side is a fraud. We know since if he's not a fraud, he going from criticizing NAFDAC people to talking rubbish. Let him come and say, Nigerian youth want to elect their leaders. We want transparent INEC. Let everything go. If it's not electronically transmitted, we are not going to admit that result. They will lock him up, and he can never say that. That is what the youth want. Rather, he's talking about Yabojo. Want me to come and waste my time with that rubbish. Imperfect. Why I want to speak again is this.
Oh, God.
Says IPOB, the popularity is not as popular as it used to be. I want to know the parameters that he used to gauge this. How did you come to this conclusion? Is it that P2B is now saying he should be there? Or Igbo leaders? Or Haneze? People should stop lying on spaces. And Ipafe, let me tell you something. One of the most bizarre things I've heard in my life is let them release their terrorists. Me, I will hold my
Ibi
terrorists.
ìsọ́sọ̀.
That
Mo
it
ṣe
is
jí ni
an
láìpẹ́.
indication of
Mo
someone that
dẹ̀
is
ṣe jí lórí
mad,
tí
that
àti
is supposed to be in a psychiatric hospital.
ìdíje.
When you hear them speak, it sounds as if they are talking about terrorists from Algeria
Ṣé o gbọ́ mi?
or from Angola.
Can you hear me now?
You would think they are talking about people from Ukraine, not people from the same country. You now ask them, in that your Enugu that you came from, you are from Enugu. Fulani herdsmen attack people in 2025 there. How are you sure it's not those
Like, ṣé mo pé kò ṣe ẹ̀rọ kan ló ṣe?
forgiving terrorists
Wọ́n ṣe
from
fún
North
mi
that say,
lọ́jọ́
okay, we have collected
Cheers.
evidence here, let's
So,
shift down.
gẹ́ẹ̀ wá ń parọ́ pé
Forget about your
one
own
second.
terrorists in
Just
Igbo
one
land. I'm
second.
saying now, let us focus
Just one.
on that freed terrorists from the North. Haven't you reasoned as an Igbo person that me, I am an Igbo person.
Fine, sir.
I'm not from the zoo. Is it possible
Try
that these
set up
people that
ní YouTube mi ni.
were forgiven in the North found their way down? Are they not the ones destroying houses and killing people in Kwara? What about Ebony? We have Mazi on this space
Ọlọ́run
who was
ṣàní jẹ́
given
kẹjà
money to go
àdísìn.
and make a fact
Ilé
finding in
ìtẹ̀sùn.
Ebony where he came from.
Ẹ máa tó
He
bẹ̀rẹ̀
didn't
ìjà
host space for that
Nàìjíríà.
day. He was videoing it. He went and they said Fulani killed people in Ebony.
Mo
His
ti sọ
village,
problem yìí.
and he said it on space.
Okay, so
Tomorrow he will say, leave my own terrorists. So the question is this. If you are someone who really suckled the mother's breast, Can't you reason that it might be those terrorists from the north who are now in your village in Enugu State? Oh, leave my terrorists. Leave their terrorists. You must be mad to say that. Your head is not correct. Because we are telling you, and imperfect, you know what happened? IPOB started off by saying, we want to secure our land. It's not a big ask. We said, we want to know who is the security officer in this region so that we do community policing with you. What we have in Nigeria, imperfect, there is a news that we send to you. There is a news that people around Nigeria, Yoruba people, Hausa people, Fulani people, TV people, they are lobbying hard to be posted to the east, especially during Christmas. The news broke out last week. It has been there. Police people make a prayer point. They pray to be posted to Igbo land to come and extort you. They are not there to protect you. A police officer who is from your region will protect you. These ones are saying, please post me to the east. People are coming back from Europe. People are coming back to come and spend money. I want to go and extort there. Imperfect, I didn't say this. This thing is on news. It's on national TV. Now, IPOB is saying, we want to secure our land. We want to vet the person wielding AK-47 on our streets. They catch us and beat us up and call us terrorists. Now, do you know what is happening in Anibo? Why? One of the reasons why they don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be out is that Nnamdi Kanu came and destroyed a lot of things that's happening in Anibo with the truth. Nnamdi Kanu destroyed cultism. I haven't said this in your space, Maz. I mean, Atasa. I'll call it Atasa today. Your name is imperfect. The first thing our leader did was to say, I ban cultism in Anibo. Be you a bagger, be you an aye, be you anything that you are. You come, you want to defend our land, you retake another oath. And he got men who had the mind to defend our land. I'm telling you today, thank your God if you're on this space, you are privy to this information. When he started uniting and destroying that carnage that have killed millions, if thousands, hundreds of thousands of youth in Nigeria, they became scared of him. Now, you know what they did? They went to recruit mostly Viking members to become a Bibago, to be fighting Igbo people. The same thing we said we want to secure our land. Now they are running away because we are saying, go away from our land. You cannot be from Zamfara and come and protect me. You cannot come from Kwara and come to my land to come and be a police because you want to extort me. So what did they do? They still deploy our own people to be attacking our own people. You know, you haven't checked this thing in this light, I'm telling you. What we are calling for is to say, we want to secure our land. They refused, started killing us. Now, when we are gaining ground, they now deployed our own people, not to secure, but to say, anybody who is talking about Biafra, kill them. So these things should be, we are putting it out there. We don't take time to counter their lies. But I will end by saying, times are different. Some people come with the mindset of 1967. No. As I'm telling you, Igbo people can seize majority of the embassy in the whole world. Yes, we have population. We can decide that we go there, we chase that your ambassador away and do our things. Because we represent you outside. You don't travel like we do. When you come to any country outside Nigeria, you depend on we. Where them they, Igbo people, what are they doing here? But when we come to Nigeria, you disrespect us. And you want us to swallow it. So times are different. We don't want to fight with you. Nnamdi Kanu, I'm happy what he did, inviting people he invited as witness, especially the guy, Danjuma. People go on space. Danjuma, Nnamdi Kanu say, you're going to give gun. People should defend themselves. Danjuma said the same thing. Nobody arrested him. So Danjuma will come to court and tell us, Danjuma said they collude with the army to kill indigenous people. Danjuma is one of the See, the white people handed over to people like that. The colonial masters handed over to him. So he knows the security architecture of Nigeria. He's the one who is saying that the military collude with the Fulani herdsmen to kill indigenous people. And people should arm themselves. And that was the only solution he gave. That's something Nnamdi Kanu said. But because Nnamdi Kanu is Igbo, he must rot in jail. So I'm telling you, Nigerians, it's not sustainable what you are doing. We will continue. Our children, we will indoctrinate them that they are hated in Nigeria. And you are proving it right. And another group of people coming out now is not obedience, like imperfect, zombedience, like Kenike. One day, they are against injustice. The following day, they laugh at people who are being unjustly brutalized. They are laughing at Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer and the brother. But they want INEC not to announce result 3 a.m. They want what is written on the IREV to be respected. The same people who want justice. But when it comes to IPOB, they must be killed. And you see them laughing with people like Doggy and APC people. Are you, as an obedient, agreeing with an APC person that tomorrow they will not rig you? What sense does it make that you come and agree with an APC person as an obedient? You are not calling for electoral reform that will see that your vote is counted. You are there laughing with an oppressor who will defend MC Oluomo with his life, who will look for a way to twist what Sego said in Lagos, that Igbo people should be mindful of themselves when it comes to election in Lagos. Today, you are laughing with them because of IPOB. Is it so? Tomorrow now they will come and say, okay, let's have free election. What are you doing it for? What is the end game for you as an obedient, agreeing with an APC person, if you are not stupid? Instead of saying, if you don't give me proper election, I'm not going to election. I will never be a zombedient. They don't have sense. Yeah, you are laughing with Doggy. Tomorrow, Doggy will justify why you should be beaten up because you are voting in another part of Nigeria. See, IPOB will liberate Nigeria and liberate Igbo people. I'm telling you that as of 2017, delegates from Southern Kaduna came to see Nnamdi Kanu. They know we are the only hope. We will liberate that country, whether you like it or not. So no amount of hatred. Like I said, any Igbo person who doesn't like themselves, who want to be unpopular in Igbo, should speak against IPOB. The gods are with us. I yield.
Yeah, imperfect. 10 seconds about the post you sent me. So I didn't see it earlier on, and I'm not really interested in the way VDM postures himself or his nonsense and careless capping that he usually does, right? All I'm just saying is if someone says something is cheap somewhere, it shouldn't translate to he's trying to destroy some
Let him
people's.
bring
No,
it first.
no, listen. It's
Let
not
him bring that item first. Let him bring the
let me
item.
can I just say what I'm saying?
Excuse me, can you wait? This is
Let
not
me
my
just
turn
say what
to
I'm
jump
saying,
into my
please.
thought.
Let me.
Don't they
Listen.
talk for a couple hours?
So
I beg
yeah,
No. You see, I never finish. Make I finish.
Akukaria, let me just say
I'll
what
give
I'm
you
saying,
mic
then you
now.
can speak.
I
Just
go give
10
you mic.
seconds.
Make I
10
finish. I
seconds.
don't pay for this space. May I tell
So
you something? Listen, if you are not
regardless
asking
of
me a
who says
question
it,
or you're not countering me, let me finish.
no, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's just
Listen,
about
okay,
what
let
I
me
No,
said
just
but you
finish
earlier
this.
don't
on.
Let me
conclude
finish
now.
this.
You just said you concluded.
See,
Yeah, so it's not.
let me
Let him talk
make I
Regardless
now.
of who the person is, if
like
he's saying something is
see
cheap, it doesn't translate to he's trying to attack some people's
VDM should go
business.
and bring those
If it's
things
cheap,
and stop
it's either
destruction.
we go there to buy from him. Everyone we go to where something is cheap
See,
and good
we
to
don't
buy.
yeah.
So it's
Let
either
me
we
tell you
go to
guys
buy the
something.
cheap one or
See,
this
see,
guy
all
just
these things we are doing with you people in Nigeria. I'm telling you guys something. If you see an Igbo person outside, you respect him. I've been outside Nigeria for years. I've been to
Akukaria,
several countries.
ikugonu now. Chetinu ka anyị-
Mba, ka m kwụsị ebe m na-ekwu.
ka ndị ọzọ kwugonu
Ekwuchabere
na-
m?
No, we've
Mba,
had you. We've had
gee m
you.
ntị. Enwe asị nsịrị. Gee m ntị, onwe asị nsịrị ebe a.
Mba,
Did I lie?
onwekwana asị sịrị. Chekwana
Ngwa chere ka m
chetu.
nye m 10 seconds ka m kwụsị ife m na-ekwu. Nye m ka m ekwusi ife m na-ekwu, ọ dị m n'obi. Ụnụ na-asị asị too much. Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'ime, Igbo ho nọ n'ilo. Mana ụnụ bịara na-akọ eri. We cannot see what is in your presence.
Akukari, I just need
VDM
15
should go and do
seconds.
business.
How long do you want to speak?
See, I am, let me tell you, I speak and nobody have it. Nigerians don't like the way we speak because we don't means words. I can't speak for you to ask me a question. I tell you the truth.
What
If
I'm
you
saying
like
is not
me,
even related to what you are saying or all you've been talking
listen,
about
this
for
is
the
not your
past.
space. You cannot direct this space. Calm down. I'm telling you that VDM should go and do his business in silence. Don't come and be doing video. Hey, they are buying it 2 million. You are selling 100 million. No. People will feel somehow. Just do the business. We, the customers, will tell you, thank you. You make and cheap. Don't put the cat before the horse. And he must fuck off. He's a government stooge. I am complaining what is happening, that Igbo people will be free from the British bondage, so that when you see me in Lagos, you will see me as an investor. You will respect me the way you respect a white man or a Lebanese. I yield.
So imperfect. Sorry. What I was saying is that regardless of what he said, if he doesn't start the business, people will still have their customers. If he starts the business and it's cheap, people will go to where it's cheap, regardless of the tribe, right? So I don't listen to VDM careless capping and all of that. I just had to comment based on what I heard previously about, VDM is announcing that something is cheap, and then that translated to, oh, he's trying to kill some people's business. It shouldn't be that way. That's all I'm trying to say, right? If it's cheap and if he starts the business, everyone will go that way if the product is good. If he's saying nonsense and he doesn't start the business, everyone still hold their customers, especially those who are selling. It's that simple. That's what I'm talking about. So I didn't see the last capping about him and what he said about the Igbos and all of that. I was just purely focused on his rhetorics about the importing of stuff and how cheap it is, and then people translating it to he wants to kill people's business and all of that. I just wanted to put that straight. So I'm not like supporting what VDM said about the Igbos and all of that. I don't listen to all of those things, right? So yeah, I yield.
Noted. Like I said, BDM is chasing crowd. But on the same thing again, why is he doing this? It's because we don't have a government in Nigeria. And I insist again with emphasis, if Nigeria was working, we had 245 million people or 225 thereabout, right? Are we supposed in this 21st century to be talking about importing with all the jobless youth that we have in Nigeria? Isn't it time that we'll be talking about bringing those factories or opening those factories in Nigeria, creating jobs for all these our jobless youths that are on the street causing nuisance? Isn't it time that we understand that we need to actually fight the system and change the system and stop coming out here to vilify one another? The big Atasa, you muted me. I'm still talking. You know, so like I said, man, hey, the day we have leaders, the day we ready, we're gonna have things working in that country. Nigeria will work for all of us, not only for wicked children and Bola Tulumbu Ahmed children, but for every one of us that dream of having a country. It's sad. We talk about the insecurity in Nigeria. What is the prime cause of the insecurity? I think me and all of us here went to school. We know common economics, right? When people don't have jobs, when you can't feed your children and your wife, you will definitely become one of them. Okay? So we should stop rigmaroding here. Like I said, the day we've had that leadership or we had that bold mind to stand up and say enough is enough to all these criminal politicians, we're going to stop these shenanigans. We're going to have a country that works for all of us. Then we start talking business. I yield.
So me, I'm always hold on. If I saw us in Kini,
President wanted to pardon him.
Jumbo. How ain't it the case one? Ó dàbí pé mo ti lose àwọn èèyàn tó ń rojọ́ kan rẹpẹtẹ yìí. I'm gonna come back here.
And the animal, like always, he bragged that any day he dropped, Biafra anywhere they see, they should execute him. And Nnamdi knew the people he trained. Nnamdi Kanu knew what they are capable of doing. So there is no excuse that Nandi will give them, they will accept. So now what Nandi Kanu is trying to use now is blackmail format.
So in essence, na court where we don't go join. So
I don't know if I can say this to Kenga, please. There's nobody he can blackmail on that list of witnesses, right? It's like Beauty said, in rules of evidence, there are laws and principles and procedures that guide it. You can call even a stone in your defense, but what the court will take account is evidence that is material to the allegations against you. I don't know if you understand. And to that point, I'll read 211 of Evidence Act. When either party proposes to give evidence of any fact, the court may ask the party proposing to give the evidence in what manner the alleged fact, if proved, would be relevant. It is relevancy that guides admissibility of evidence in Nigerian courts. So if you like, call Wike. If you like, call Theophilus Danjuma. Call Shetima. What have you been alleged to have done? Can any of them tender evidence that shows that they told you to go and incite the public to lay in ambush of security personnel and kill them?
Or if any of them
can he show
able to
any
say
evidence that
exactly
can any of them show evidence that he had they somehow gave him authority to establish a non-state security outfit?
Or on the other hand, can the evidence prove that he didn't do it?
Thank you.
Because
I gave an example.
In the list of his witnesses, there's one he called a forensic expert and a witness that will prove and interpret what exactly his broadcast mean. You understand?
Yes. So there was a constitutional lawyer. He says I read it out earlier, because if you see on the notice of witnesses he gave, please note the word notice. It does not mean that because he has listed everything there, he can get it. First of all, it is just the notice of these are the people he feels. The court can still ask him, how, please don't waste my time, how will these witnesses help you prove this? Now, imagine you put Malami on the stand, or the other constitutional lawyer that he says wrote a book and can give historical perspective on the right to self-determination. Is he calling that man on the stand for the man to say, yes, when I wrote the book, somewhere in chapter 11, I wrote that Nnamdi Kanu should tell his followers to kill security? Or is the man just going to say, oh, people have a right to self-determination? But in pursuing a valid right of self-determination, must you say people should kill? Does that justify you now taking that message and going to coin it in the way you do? How does it help his case? I don't know if you get.
Yeah.
So he's deciding to pick to defend himself.
The lawyers are taking. They are leaving.
Yeah.
The lawyers.
But Grandmaster, right quick,
sorry.
Gas pipeline. Two sides of a coin.
Grandmaster, can I get right quick? Grandmaster, can I get right quick? In a joke, he may delay. I came and I convicted this man who a lot at stake. Let's start with his citizenship. And then the Nigeria convicted, ha trap go in Nigeria. I'll go to serve China. So only go according to the UK, the way Hashaganka, because I went over Simon Eber's thing. And on her convicted, I think the first thing her convicted, the only they got to appeal. Then after appeals, they will now conclude, right? But Ian as you, now Simon after spending time here over there, that's the Nigeria and I choke up what here. The Nigeria to take it because Simon serve sentence here over there based on I think I'm with dual citizenship going or whatever it is. I don't know. But I'm by naturalization and all that based on the citizenship thing and based on him will find it out. How will he revoke his citizenship? And they revoke it, they will send him
Sorry,
back to
let me
Nigeria.
help you with that, Beauty. This
Uh-huh.
is something I'm very much familiar with. So the laws guiding the EU. I'll go and look for the specific one. I'll tell you where it is. It will definitely be revoked. So once you have been charged, um, for any terror related offenses in Europe, specifically amongst European Union countries,
Being a danger to the public.
yes, you are danger. They will strip you instantly. In fact, I think they updated the law sometimes around 2012 or 2013. You'll be stripped of your citizenship instantly at release if you got your citizenship through naturalization. So the case of Simon Ekpa is already a done deal, right? So his citizenship will be revoked because he got it through naturalization. Now, it depends on if he still holds a dual citizenship. If he holds a dual citizenship, then you understand, they will now deliberate if they should return him to Nigeria. If they see that there will be palpable danger to his life if he's returned to Nigeria, or that, let's say, he will go through maybe something like double jeopardy, you understand, for the same offense he has been sentenced for, they might look for a way to grant him maybe kind of sanctuary, right? Sanctuary or a form of asylum within one of the European Union countries. But whether he's going to lose that citizenship, that is a done deal. He will lose his citizenship under the extant EU laws. That one is a done deal. So I just wanted to just
Okay,
bring
10,
that.
go ahead.
Yeah,
10,
people,
over to you.
Juju for Aisha, the lawyer in the house.
Let's have speakers because we have like
Because can you
over
join
5
Juju? It's
requests.
just for
So
the lawyer, because the
to
lawyer,
bet you can
this is a
get
matter of
challenge.
law now. Yeah, this is a matter of law. Obro submission. Yeah, Tabiko, 10 over 10. Thank you very much. I greet everyone in the house. Juju is this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aisha. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that I agree with you guys in the sense that yes, Nnamdi Kanu may have been trying to delay his case. However, I believe strongly that the federal government, especially the previous administration of Mohamed Buhari, God rest his soul, in his previous administration, they handled this matter exceedingly wrongly. Why? The first point I would like clarification on is the non-compliance of court order. October 2022. Now, don't get me wrong. I personally want a conviction and I want justice for those, who have died because of this violence that IPOB has brought into Southeast. However, I also want justice on the side of those who died between 2015 and 2016, in their peaceful rallies. October 2022, the Court of Appeal discharged Kanu.
Guys,
October
they've stopped talking
2022.
about VDMO,
Now,
and I came to
November, December,
where they
January,
are doing
February,
another
March.
roundtable for
This is
Christian
now, we have
genocide.
entered 2020. We entered 2023 in this my calculation. It was December 2023, more than 1 year later, that the Supreme Court overturned.
Said.
Wàhálà pọ̀ gan. Wàhálà ó pọ̀ gan ni. Guys, give me a second. All right.